Okay, so my name is Bernie Kratz. I'm from Elliott Lake, Canada, which is about 7 hours or so north of Toronto. The reason why I'm here is that here it's warm, up there it's freezing cold. And yeah, and I wanted to see the Salton Sea. I've heard about it, but
Is the
never.
Salton Sea something that's like well known out there? You know, because we're from here and we don't think much of it.
No, not really.
No?
I mean, it's known as an environmental disaster.
It's a known environmental disaster.
It's a known environmental disaster. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And as a chemist, so I'm a chemist by training. I find that actually quite interesting. You know, there's a lot of stuff in there that shouldn't be there,
Yeah.
and farmers really don't want you to know about it. But hey, it's all there. Yay!
Yeah.
And it's good for you. It's good for you. You know, makes part of your body grow that shouldn't be growing. And we started in December.
Started in December.
Stayed in Texas for about a month, and then slowly made our way west. And then sort of driven by changing temperatures, we slowly migrated.
Yeah. So you're traveling away from the cold.
Yeah, a bit like that. That's right.
Yeah.
Snowbirds, you know, snowbirds.
Yeah, snowbirds. Oh.
That's right, snowbirds. Well, that's what they call us, right? People coming from Canada to the States.
Yeah.
There's an entire population that either sort of partitions into Arizona because it's nice, cheap, and there's a desert, or into Texas or in Florida. But Florida is mostly sort of people from Montreal. Ontarians tend to go where it's less expensive. Texas is the place. There's an entire video of me describing why I'm a chemist, which you can look up at the Royal Society of Canada. So I'm part of the what is known as the chemistry set generation. I got a chemistry set when I was 9, and that totally turned me on. I learned how to make smells, which pissed off my parents, and I had powers that I used not to have. And yeah, so that pretty much set my way, and I became a chemist. Always wanted to be a chemist.
Like Breaking Bad.
You know, yes.
Science.
What do you want to tell me here? What do you want to tell me here? No.
I like the setup. I like the setup.
But you know, the very first episode of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
This is my life. You know.
Yeah.
I love teaching first year chemistry at university level, but I have to tell you that teaching first year chemistry, again, you have sort of these populations of people that want to study and people that are so terribly bored by it, and that is just like on the first episode of Breaking Bad. You know?
He's amazed by it. Right?
That's right, and then the telephone rings up there.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened for me yet.
Not yet, huh?
No, not yet.
That means you have good associates.
Exactly. Well, plus I hear that the drug laws down here in the States are a bit tougher than in Canada.
Oh.
So I won't admit to anything.
No, you're on live YouTube.
That's right. There's a couple of bleeps in there, you know.
Yeah.
Bleep, 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 bleep. Yeah. So what is he doing actually? All I hear is that he's sort of gently caressing the man stubble I have there.
No, it's chopping. It's chopping.
It's an oddly interesting feeling. It's good.
Yeah.
So are you making that bald spot go away?
I'm blending it out a little.
You're blending it out? Wow.
So it doesn't look so it's more gradual now.
It's not so much in your face.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
When
That's good.
When there's less contrast, it's less visible.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I like your humor. Yeah.
Anyway, so the idea is to head out to San Diego, and then take up the coastal highway all the way up to Vancouver.
Okay.
And
that's where you'll make your way back to Canada.
Exactly. And then one of our sons is in Lac La Biche, which is in the middle of Alberta, sort of right next to the middle of nowhere. But right now we just checked the temperatures and it's about 10 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, no.
Not good.
Yeah.
So we don't want to go there yet.
Just, yeah, huh?
No.
Gotta wait more till the spring, huh?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
At least until sort of late April-ish, middle of April maybe. We've been down here before. I mean, not here in this particular area, but we visited Death Valley a few times. Well, before. Academically, I came to LA a few times for conferences and stuff. But
So you like seeing places that are in complete disaster, huh?
well,
Death Valley, you know,
You know-
Salton Sea.
yeah.
I see you have a fascination by it. That's cool, you know.
well, Death Valley at least is a biotope that is alive.
Uh-huh.
Salton Sea is sort of a biotope that is about to die. So
Yeah.
yeah,
You gotta come see the last of it, huh?
yeah, I know. But there's still quite a bit of farming going on, so surprising. Well, one thing that we are going to see is whatever the national park that is pretty close by, Joshua Tree.
Right.
So that's one that we want to check out, and we've seen we've seen quite a few things already. But then we come here pretty much. I mean, down to Texas, we come annually.
Yeah.
And then next year, I think the plan is to go to the Baja Peninsula
Oh, nice.
and then check out Mexico, or check out that part of Mexico. That'll be the first time out that way, yeah. Like before we were on the Yucatan, but that's more sort of
Further
all
south,
inclusive and you don't really meet the people. More touristy.
Yeah.
And my Spanish is non-existent, so I hope to get by with Latin and French, but hey, you know, and then hopefully Mexicans can extrapolate. Oui, exactly. Yeah. Well, I just mispronounced the French and then it should be okay. 40 years, I'd say. So my first haircut was when I was a kid, and my aunt said that when I got that haircut, I was absolutely dismayed, and I was collecting my curls and put them in a box to take them home. When I was 20, it wasn't as traumatic. I just went to a hairdresser and got my hair cut. Yeah, that's right. I had an afro. Well, sorry, I had a Jufro. So you have to recognize that I had orange hair when I was a kid.
You still have some on your face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sort of the occasional remnant,
Yeah.
you know, to remind me of what was.
Of how it went
When I was
through.
young and beautiful, that's right. Now I'm just,
Yeah, you're still beautiful.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
See, you earned your keep. But yeah, so that afro essentially landed in the trash. Should have kept it, really. You know, made a wig out of it, but people would have said that's cultural expropriation, maybe. No, I'm actually from a German-speaking part of Canada.
Oh, I didn't know there was a German speaking for the
Well, there is. Well, there isn't. It's over in Germany.
Oh.
Well, I came to Canada via the UK. I studied there and then continued in Calgary. Did my doctorate there,
Oh, wow.
and then got stuck. Met this very nice gentleman that you see over there.
Yeah.
28 years ago. 96, my goodness, yeah, 27 years ago. Got married in 2005 when it became legal in Canada to get married. And yeah, and now we have a COVID-19 project. No, I've always traveled, but COVID inspired us to do the van. Because it's one way to isolate from people. Plus COVID allows us to sort of work remotely, right? So I work with my students remotely. I teach September, October in Toronto, but the rest of the year I'm working remotely. For the most part, I do the occasional trip to Toronto, see the students, and that's it. One student graduated recently, so 2 students graduated recently with their master, so it should be okay. There's less interaction, sort of face-to-face interaction. But it's manageable, right? The job should be changed. And you realize that that you can work very effectively from very far away. Wow. What the hell is that?
It's a foil shaver.
That's amazing.
Yes. I feel like it cuts closer than an actual razor. It's like erases like the pore.
This is like the first time ever. Yeah, that I have. So a little tiny thing that's wow.
Oh. Glad you get this experience from California, Bombay Beach.
No, it's just good. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
What is that?
aftershave might burn a little. And
It does.
check it out.
Wow. Oh my goodness, look at that. There's a line in my face. I didn't know. I have lines. Good. Excellent. Wow. What's most important in life is to live every moment as if it was your last.